What's good, my slams? It's Lori here, back with another video, you know what I'm saying. And today, guys, I'm gonna go through how I lost 25 kilos and how you can do it too, you know. Gonna go through what I did and what I learned, and hopefully you can learn from my experience. And I'm gonna go with some advice as well, obviously, how you should do it. So, guys, I know you probably heard this like a million times, but I still need to say it. There are two basics to this, and it's that the only thing that really matters is calories in versus out. So if your body uses 2,500 calories a day, then as long as you don't eat more than 2,500 calories a day from food or energy, you know, then you won't gain weight. And there's literally, this is always how it works, like you can't cheat this. It's the law of thermodynamics, but obviously it's not as easy as that. So I'm gonna go through to it. So the only thing that matters is that you eat less, which is called a calorie deficit. And yeah, that's honestly all you need to know. Like, some people think that you need to work out and you need to eat a certain way to lose weight, and that's not true. I had a friend that asked me, you know, what gym exercises should I do to lose the weight, and I was like, bro, you don't even need to lift. You can literally just eat less calories and you're gonna lose weight, you know. So I'd say the absolute most important thing is that you stick to your diet. If you hop on a diet that you don't like or that is too hard to you, you won't follow it. And then you know you're gonna cheat on your diet and shit. It's like super hard. So you need to find a diet that you enjoy and one you can stick to. And what that is going to be for you, I can't say. Like, it's totally personal. Like, I don't know, maybe you have like a super sweet spot for, you know, pasta and cheese or something, and make sure that's in your diet so it's easier to stick to it. I mean, I guess you could reduce it or something, like week by week, but it's really important that you have a diet that you can adhere to, one that you'll follow, you know. So yeah, that's the absolute most important thing. So make sure that you really think about that when you embrace your weight loss journey, that it needs to be sustainable. You need to be able to stick to your diet. Honestly, guys, I feel like people don't talk about this enough, but a lot of the times people just say, oh, how do I lose weight? Well, you eat less and you move more. But actually, this isn't even necessarily true. Like, you could 100% eat more food and still lose weight, and I'm gonna explain why. So obviously we talked about calories, and you know, different foods have different amount of calories. So theoretically, you could have some food that really doesn't satiate you, like it doesn't make you feel full at all, but it's really calorie dense. So let's say you eat some really fast pasta. You eat, I don't know, let's say 150 grams of pasta, and it doesn't even fill you up and it makes you feel tired. Pasta is like around, okay, obviously the calories differ a bit, but usually pasta 100 grams uncooked is around 340 calories to 370 calories, and 100 grams of potatoes. So potatoes, on the other hand, is 100 calories per 100 gram. Like, the difference there is insane. And potatoes is actually a better source, you know, to eat. Like, you're gonna stay hungry. You're not gonna stay hungry as long. You're gonna feel like more satiated. So that way you can actually eat more food but still lose weight. Because, you know, on the other side 100 grams is 100 calories, and on the other side 100 grams is 340 to 370 calories. So you can eat more food and lose weight. So yeah, you need to be smart with your food choices and what you choose. And guys, I want to touch on one thing, and that is that 1 gram of carbs and protein is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So obviously you'd think, yeah, I'm gonna cut out fat a lot, and you know, honestly, that's not like really a bad idea, but don't take it overboard, because fat is really important for your hormones. And trust me, I've been there. Like, when you cut your calories really low, you're gonna feel like shit. Like, every single hormone is gonna take a big hit. So don't cut down on fats too much. Fats are important. And another thing I want to touch on, and you're not gonna like this because most people don't, and that was me as well. But guys, losing weight is gonna be so much more easy if you just eat less processed foods. Like, stop eating snacks, stop eating chips, stop eating candy, stop eating all of that shit. And I know it's hard, I know it tastes good, but honestly, like, the less you eat of it, the more it's gonna be easy to just stay away from it. And honestly, my mentality that helps this is I try to think, okay, do I want to eat like this calorie amount in like candy, or do I want to eat it in food? One is actually gonna aid my body and give it everything it needs, you know, help me gain more muscle, more energy. And the other thing is just some processed bullshit that's gonna make me tired, and yeah, it's not gonna give my body anything it needs, you know. So eat more real food, eat whole foods. Like don't buy stuff that has 1,000 ingredients in it. Don't buy stuff that's super processed basically, and you're gonna feel a lot better. And those things that aren't super processed tend to also be less calorie dense, satiate you more. So it's kind of given that it's something you should do. All right, so you're trying to lose weight, and you've incorporated some of my things, and you've been hearing about the whole calorie thing, so you think to yourself, well, I'm gonna cut down on calories. I'm gonna start with like minus 500 calories, and I would actually advise going against that. I have a mindset where I do all my weight losses really slow, and I think it's 100% the way to go. So instead of like dropping your calories by 500 immediately, maybe drop your calories by 200. And if you guys don't know this, you could do like a simple calculator or track what you eat in a day, see how much calories it is, and track, you know, your process on the scale if you're going up or down in weight, and adjust your calories based off that. So let's say you're not losing weight, or gaining weight when you're eating 2,500 calories. Well, instead of going straight to 2,000, go to 2,300 and chill there for, I don't know, 3 weeks. And weigh yourself is something that's gonna help. Weigh yourself in the morning every day after you go to the bathroom and do your business. And if you want the absolute best way to compare the scale's results, you should do a weekly average. So you take all the days, divide it by what the total amount is. I mean, you probably know maths, you know, like get the average for that week and compare it to the last week's average, and that way you can see the trend if you're losing or gaining weight. Because from a day-to-day basis it might fluctuate a lot. Like you may have drinking more water, you may have consumed more salt, which means that you store more water, or yeah, like there are so many things that can make the scales result a little bit inconsistent on a day-to-day basis. But I'd still say the scale is a really good tool. Guys, something I have to recommend is taking daily walks. Like take maybe a pretty brisk 20-minute walk every day, and I swear that's gonna help you out. Like I can only speak from experience here, but whenever I add my daily walks, like when I'm cutting and shit, it does wonders. Like it's only 20 minutes, but still it's such a big difference and such a big help. So take walks and try to become more active slowly on your weight loss journey. I'd say a 20-minute walk is a perfect start, and when you've done that for, I don't know, when it feels a part of your daily regimen, maybe 2 months or so later, you can add it to 2 daily walks or something, if you feel like it. And yeah, obviously I didn't want to make this the main thing of the video, but obviously starting to lifting and exercising is really good for losing weight. So actually, when a lot of people think of weight loss, they think of like cardio exercise, cardiovascular exercise. They think like going on the bike, taking a run or something like that. And yeah, it does work, but it's more, honestly, I think I see more of it as a short-term aid in your weight loss. I actually think that lifting weights is the best for maintaining a lower body fat percentage, honestly, and I'm gonna tell you why. So when you lift weights and you break down the muscle has to grow back stronger and bigger, and that is assuming that you broke down the muscle in the first place, you're recovering enough, and you're eating enough food and protein. But anyways, that's how you get bigger and stronger, and when that happens, your muscle is gonna require more energy to just work, you know. So a person that's muscular is actually burning more calories a day than someone who doesn't lift. in general. Of course, there are genetic differences, but you know, having muscle mass is energy that's required for your body. So therefore, it requires more energy, which means it burns more as well. So it's actually like kind of a passive income, you know, to your like daily calorie expenditure. So yeah, like hit the gym, bro. Get sick. And obviously, the actual working out and shit burns calories too, of course. And therefore, you're not just gonna lose weight, you're gonna get sick as well. You're gonna get some size, you're gonna get some gains, and that's gonna make you look even better. Alright, I forgot to answer 2 questions from my Instagram, so I'm gonna do it right now. So the first question is, do you use creatine powder every month? And the answer was yes, I used to take creatine every month for many years, but now recently I've changed the approach that supplements may not be as useful or important as I once thought, and I find that eating real actual food is superior in every way. And since my diet mainly consists of red foods, or red meat I think that I'm getting enough creatine honestly from my natural diet. And even in the worst case scenario that I am not, I think the effects of creatine are a bit overrated, and yeah, that is my whole stance on that. But yes, I did take creatine every month. The second question is, I want to lose weight and at the same time build muscle. Is it possible? If so, how? And yes, it's definitely possible. I've done it myself, and it's really not hard at all. The thing you gotta make sure is that your diet has enough protein. You probably want your protein around 2 times your body weight in kilograms. So if you weigh 80 kilos, maybe you want your protein range around in the 160s. It's probably a bit more than you actually need, but it's nice to know that you're getting enough. And other than that, you just need to hit the gym and break down the muscles, and recover well, eat enough. But make sure that the calories you are eating are in a calorie deficit, which means that you are losing weight. And that way you are definitely going to build muscle and lose fat. It's not as hard as it seems, so you can definitely do that, my man. Yeah, I think that's all for me. This is how I lost 25 kilos and how you can do it too. And I hope you enjoyed that shit, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. And if you want to see another video like this, maybe what I learned from losing 25 kilos, a more perspective video, then let me know that. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Take care.